Record. Fabulous. Okay, so welcome everyone to week 5 mentoring. Really great that you could join us. And as always, I love doing the mentoring because I really feel that the support I can give you, both on a personal basis and with your business, will only help it flourish a little bit more. And that's the whole idea, how we support each other in business. You're not in this alone. I'm here to help every single part of the way, which is fantastic. So today, we are going to be talking about the money mindset. And this is really very fascinating, because when you take a look at what we're going to talk about today, it is about financial intelligence. So what is the money mindset is what we're going to chat about, and scarcity versus abundance, and where does the money mindset come from? And then I'm going to talk about some nice tips on how you can get it. Now, a lot of this really is about, do you feel rich? Do you feel secure? Do you feel financially abundant? Or do you worry about having enough money at the end of the month? What's that saying? There's too much month for my money. And there's so many songs about money as well. It's really funny because when I was making this presentation, there's the Jessie J, it's not about the money, money, money. There's that one. Of course, there's ABBA, money, money, money. I grew up listening to that. So, look, I'm not going to talk today about how much money you earn. I'm not even going to be talking about how much money you spend. I want to talk about how you feel about your current financial circumstances. So, money can be a source of stress. It can be a source of fear. It can be a limitation. Or it can be a beautiful tool that solves problems, that you live a generous life, that you change the world with all of the money that you have. So it's how you think about the money that determines the role that money actually plays in your life. And that is what I want to talk about today. So, do you have the money mindset? And I believe true wealth really depends on the money mindset. So what actually is a money mindset? And I know we've taken a few questions like this in a couple of the other webinars that I've actually mentioned it. And your money mindset, simply put, is a set of beliefs, usually the subconscious beliefs about money. So it's the way we approach earning, it's the way we approach saving, it's the way we approach spending, and it's the way we approach sharing money in our life. So basically, it's all of your financial habits that you actually have. Whether they're good habits or whether they're bad habits, they are rooted in your mindset. And so your feelings of security, or uncertainty or limitation, or even things like resourcefulness, things like victimhood, or on a positive, generosity, are impacted by the beliefs we have about money. So all of those messages you've internalized, let me just let Nikki in. So all of those messages that you've internalized over the lifetime basically boil down to 2 basic orientations towards money. Number 1 is scarcity, and number 2 is abundance. So we're going to be talking a lot about those. So we have our scarcity and our abundance mindset. So do you live an abundant, expansive sort of universe, as we put it? Or do you live in a world of fierce competition and scarce resources? Okay. So when we talk about money mindset, it really comes down to these 2 beliefs, to keep it very, very simple. A scarcity mindset looks something like this. You've always scrambled around to make a few pounds, or wondering how or where you're going to earn your money. You stress about paying your bills. You complain about paying taxes. You resist giving anything away. You scrimp and save, yet there's never enough cash left over for those nice things like going out for a nice dinner or a date night or going to the cinema. So whether you're making minimum wage or a really competitive salary, you have this kind of broke mentality. It never feels like it's quite enough. Okay, so that's that scarcity mindset. Scarcity beliefs around money sound a little bit something like this. I'm not good with money. Yeah, someone else can take care of it for me because I'm not good with that side of the business. People with money are greedy. I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented enough. I'm not privileged enough. All those kind of things. The life kind of sucks mentality is scarcity. And I'm not saying that anyone has that, but there are times when it can actually click in, right? So if you're thinking, oh, that's not my mindset, that's just my life. Yeah, I don't have enough money. That's exactly what a scarcity mindset would say. So you have to be really careful around what you're thinking and what you're actually doing. Okay, but don't worry if those thoughts sometimes come into your reality. I think that's normal. Maybe that's my scarcity mindset coming in sometimes, but sometimes that is absolutely normal when that happens. But the great thing is that we don't have to be stuck in that. You don't have to operate from that scarcity mindset all the time. You are absolutely not stuck there. So stick with me because I want to flip the coin for you. I want to show you what an abundance mindset is and how we can stay in that abundance mindset. It's like with all the mentoring that I'm doing, I'm creating a toolbox for you. A toolbox that you might not need this right now, but at some time in the future, you might need this information, or you can use this information to help a client or a friend or family member with this as well. So let's take a look at the fun bit. What does the abundance mindset absolutely look like? Okay, so the abundance mindset looks like this. You appreciate what you have, whether it's pennies in your pocket or a flippin' private jet. Okay, you appreciate what you have and enjoy being generous with others. You have confidence in your ability to make and receive money. This is a big one, receiving money. Okay, there's always enough and there's always going to be more. You enjoy sharing the wealth and you don't fret over bills or unexpected expenses. So an abundance mindset sounds something like this. I love learning about money. I take charge of my finances. Money gives people the opportunity to contribute to others and make a powerful impact. And I always have enough, just the way that I am. So, whether or not you're operating from this abundance mindset right now, remember that the mindset is malleable. So you can change it, you can mold it. And again, keep this information in your toolbox so you can dip in and take it whenever you need it as well. So, where does the money mindset actually come from? So, many of our deep ingrained beliefs around money come from childhood experiences that you might not even remember. So if you were raised in an environment of scarcity, you might take that mentality into your adulthood. So maybe your parents said things like, money doesn't grow on trees, which is why I used this picture here, or are you kidding? We can't afford that. All those kinds of things. And if you grew up in an environment with the coin flipped of generosity and financial security, you might have more of an abundant mentality. You would have heard these messages like, yeah, it's only money. You can always make more. And we're so lucky to have everything that we need. So our early experiences with monies that are these lessons taught by our family and the habits of the people around us really affect how we also think about money. And our current environment really matters too. So the people you spend time with, the neighborhood you live in, the books you read, the podcasts you listen to. So research shows, and there's loads of research around this. Research shows we are so affected by our environments that if we're surrounded by people with a broke mindset, it's easy for those habits and mindset to rub off on us as well. So you know what, look, before you start cursing your childhood, right, and ditching all of your, money scarcity minded friends that you have, just slow down. You don't have to go down that route, right? So, yes, the people around us do matter, but it's not really about them, okay? It's about us. And changing our mindset is our responsibility and ends up with us as well. So let's get into some 6 great ways of how we can actually change our mindset, that we can still keep all of our friends and have different subliminal messages coming through around money. So number 1, this really is around writing yourself a reality check, okay? So a reality check, is about not being stuck in that scarcity mentality, choosing the beliefs around money and creating the money mindset. And I loved this quote from Oprah. I don't know if a lot of you know Oprah's story, but I mean, hers is just so inspirational, so really look up Oprah's story and be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never have enough. And that's so true, isn't it? So simple, yet so true. So I want you to write yourself that big fat reality check. Be thankful for everything that we have. And I know we've heard these things so many times, but did you know that over 1 billion people in the world live on less than $2? This is US dollars, less than $2.50 a month. And this is according to recent studies, even now with the Finca International Bank. And I mean, that is a really big reality check, isn't it? Like super reality check. But we're not part of that population, okay? But it's nice to get things into perspective. And you know what? There is nothing wrong with wanting more. And a positive mindset starts with appreciating everything that we do have, from the roof that's over our head to the food we eat, to the clean water, to the beautiful closet just filled with clothes as well. And spending more time appreciating what we have than worrying about what we don't have makes you feel abundant. It really does, and this is why I love, I'm just going to reach for it, my gratitude journal. And I talk about all the wonderful opportunities and things that I have here, from thanking people to different types of money. And I also have my money mindset bingo, my manifesting bingo. And that's when anything money-wise comes into my life, I write it down and I'm thankful for it. It can be anything. If someone buys me a coffee, I'm super thankful for it. And even when I reciprocate and buy them a coffee, I'm also thankful for that. So, it's really important that we are appreciative all the time. I love this one. So this is get an ATM. And you know what ATMs are. They're the holes in the walls, right? That you get the money out of. But I've done a little bit of a twist on the word. Automatic transformative mantra. So for those of you who don't know what a mantra is, here is the mantra definition. So the mantra is this motivating chant. Things like, I think I can, I think I can. You repeat over and over. And these mantras are so popular. So this simple phrase on this automatic repeat in your brain can transform your thoughts around money. It really can. One of the simplest and most powerful changes that I've actually used throughout my own time has been this, and so I have this little saying, and I don't have my wallet with me, but it's actually in my wallet. I have two sayings. I did a course with this money mindset guru, and it's all about loving money. It's really interesting, and he's a Japanese guy, and he puts arigato money, and that means thank you to the money. And I just have a little a little post-it almost in my wallet. So whenever I spend money, I say arigato money, and then I always say there's more where that came from. Okay, and so again, it's just these little mantras and tricks, and it might sound silly. It might sound silly, but there's real power in words we say to ourselves. Our rituals matter. An automatic transformative mantra is a simple way we can refrain ourselves and adopt new empowering money beliefs. And it's really simple. These are just lovely little tricks that you can do every day and build on it. Number 3, BYOL. There's loads of things. I love doing all these acronyms, as you can tell. I've done the Barbara Cox approach, I do ATM, BYOL, you name it. This is bring your own luxury, because this is something I love doing throughout lockdown, because I really, really missed going out on date night. So who says that you can't have a little bit of luxury in your home, right? Or an exciting staycation, happy holidays, birthdays, fancy gifts, fancy stuff, nice stuff doesn't have to be expensive. It's about taste. It's about the act of giving, the act of appreciating. So you can even turn an inexpensive dinner into a 5-star luxury experience, with some beautiful plating of the food, a few candles, the right music, put on a nice outfit. And again, voila, these can be done. Honestly, they really can. And it's about making these experiences memorable, really, really memorable, and bringing your own bit of luxury to anything that you do. Put some extra effort into adding these special touches, the braces, special touches to everything that you do. Everyday activities, from self-care activities, a luxurious bath with Epsom salts. I went to Primark the other day, and I bought some really nice little smelly candles. I got one of those hair bands that fit the whole kind of hair in, so when you lie back, my whole head is covered. I got a little face mask, put on some nice music, some essential oils, in the bath. I did a body scrub. I felt luxurious, right? The whole experience cost me about £5. Yeah, seriously. You can do so many amazing things by putting some love, some thought, and your own little bit of luxurious touch to it. And make these delightful small moments imprinted in your brain. And you will feel like you're living the life of luxury without the expense, without the stress, but you get that beautiful feeling. And it all comes from this feeling of self-worth. And that self-worth itself is an abundant mindset. So number 4 is start a fun fund. And this is something we have done for years. And I may have told you this before, and we're going to talk about the bucket system. But I started with this with my kids a long time ago. And I can still remember going into HSBC, oh gosh, maybe 10 years ago, and opening up different bank accounts for my kids. So when I gave them their pocket money, things were split into stuff they had to save, stuff they had to spend. They had to spend it because it was fun and it was something for them. So, burst out of that scarcity mindset, that mentality that you can't spend money on fun and that you can't enjoy life. So this fun, say that with braces on 10 times, this fun fund can really, really help. And, whether it's making a different bank account or even getting a little piggy bank or an envelope or a money jar, something that says fun on it. And it is only for fun. All right. Even in our wheel of wellness, we have fun and recreation. And sometimes people forget to have fun. And I've said this before. When was the last time you went into your diary and you put, right, okay, this hour on Saturday between 10 and 11, you know what? I'm going to have some fun. If we don't put it in our diary, we don't end up doing it. And that makes us feel in that scarcity mindset. Okay? Scarcity mindset isn't only around money. Scarcity mindset can be around your time, the self-care, the self-worth. All these little bits and pieces mount up and expand our outlook on life. So I really want you to put some money aside for fun only. Set a little bit of money from paycheck to paycheck. Now, for some people who I've worked with, it's only £1 that they can put aside every paycheck. Yeah, £1. But you know what? I say save it up 3 months. Yeah, then you've got £3. That £3, you can buy yourself an amazing candle. You can do something. You can go out for a coffee. You can do something. And actually, you feel really good about that you will find other ways of building that aside as well. And even if you get some unexpected income, you might want to put it into a fun day for later on and you can use it. So these are things like going to the movies, eating out, I don't know, happy hour, 2-for-1 cocktails. I'm not drinking at the moment, but we went out on Sunday and we had 2-for-1 mocktails. They were amazing, amazing. What about a paint by numbers or a yoga class or, some new shoes or something like that? Anything. An abundance mindset means focusing on what you can afford and letting yourself enjoy the fruits of your labor. All right? So it could be worth £1. It could be worth £100. It could be worth £1,000. And I'll say that again. The abundance mindset means focusing on what you can afford and letting yourself enjoy that. And that's what's really important. That's the feeling we want because that energy expands and that energy attracts more money and more goodness. And taking that one step further, you actually have in your wealth section of the course, the bucket system. So if we have our monthly income, 50% of our monthly income should go on our necessities. That's all the basic stuff. That's the stuff that you need every day to live, okay? And so you really need to budget that out. That's our food, that's our mortgage or your rent, your car, all those kinds of things should be 50%. The other 50% can be split into different 10%. Or you can split them into a 5% or a 3% or however you want to split it. As long as you split it and as long as this is automatic and it's actually the action of splitting it out. I always love getting paid. Well, who doesn't love getting paid? But I love getting paid because I love going into my bank account and splitting it out. The actual action of going in and moving the money to the different sections, and I love that. I get a real buzz out of it. And then I have my little fun fund, and my brain always thinks, "Ooh, what am I going to spend it on this time?" So I move 10%. This is what I do personally. I know in the wellness section, I may put some different things, but I'm just telling you what I do personally in my own sections. 10% is my financial freedom fund. Okay, that's my money machine. That's my money. That's there. That's my savings. That's long-term thought stuff. Then I have my 10% financial security. This is a fund that builds up, your 6 to 12 month salary fund, just in case, goodness forbid, something happened and I need that money to live on for 6 to 12 months if I lost work. Okay. So as we know, with COVID, a lot of people got caught with that. And luckily, I had that money to fall back on when I lost 80% of my corporate clients in the first month of COVID in 2020. And then, so luckily I built it all back up and even more now. But, if I didn't have that to fall back on, so make sure you have that. Then I have a 10% for a learning and development. So my personal growth. I buy books, I buy courses, I buy Audible, all these kinds of things for my own personal growth and development. I love that kind of stuff. So, and again, I can write that off on the business. So it's even a double whammy win. How's that? A double whammy win. Then I have my 10% in my fun fund. So I haven't been able to spend my fun fund so much, but that's where, I'll buy some clothes, or I'm trying to look around and see if I've got any little fun stuff around me. I think it's all put away around the house. This is my office, so some stuff isn't so fun. It's more practical, right? But I will sometimes save it up. For 3 months, I'll do a spa day. So I promised my daughter when she comes back from uni at the end of June, we're going to do a spa day. So I'm saving for that. Oh, because, oh my goodness, spa days, they're like 200 pounds a person now. If you want a treatment and a lunch and a spa day, that's boom, 400 pounds gone in one day. But we're going to have fun, right? And so that's the whole point. And I feel good. I feel abundant. I feel like I'm worth that. This is why I work. I want you to feel that in this section. 10% for me is back contribution charities. So every month I have a chosen charity, or I sponsor my friends who do charity runs. This month I've got Carol next week. She's doing a 25-mile run for Macmillan. So I sponsored her. Boom. 10%. There we go. It's like, if you guys are doing charity runs, contact me, because I support that kind of stuff. I'm always contributing and giving back. The other way that I give back is that I give discounts. A lot of you came on the Wellness Ambassador course on a discount. That's my way of giving back. And then I'm going to be opening up some charitable things for some courses. What I want to try to do with this ambassador course is actually maybe try to have one a month that I give away free to nominate someone who's down and out, who needs a change in direction, who we all as wellness ambassadors take under our wing and get them up and running in a new career as a wellness ambassador. Something we can all get our teeth into. That's what I really want to launch in the next 2 months within the Wellness Ambassador. I'm willing to give a free course away if we welcome this person into the environment and we nurture that person together and get them out on the road. And again, if you know somebody who you feel could be a candidate for this giving back, please message me, because I love that idea. You can see I get excited about it. I flippin' love contribution, because the more I give, the more the world just runs smoothly, right? I know, I can see people nodding their head. It's great. This is the way we need to do it. And so, again, let's make that happen. Let's make that happen in our group. That would really make us feel good, wouldn't it? All right, we're going to commit to that. I'm going to put something in the group to that afterwards. Okay, number 5 is build your knowledge bank. It's not only about money. I say this all the time. Yeah? We need to learn to manage our money, but we also need to grow as a person, and this knowledge bank that we have. It's the most empowering thing we can do for ourselves, is the basic financial knowledge, but knowledge around life, okay? Knowledge around, which is what the whole wellness, financial wellness section of our wheel talks about. Getting yourself out of debt, building an emergency fund, managing your credit card bills every month, all those kinds of basic skills that, do you know what, sometimes you're just dealt a shitty hand, excuse my language, but we are sometimes. And these things happen, and they happen to good people for no reason at all, okay? The faster you can build your knowledge bank and notice that there's help out there, then you will flip that coin around really easy. So we need to set ourselves up for success. But you know, money sometimes goes like this. It's like a wave. It's just like everything else. You know, even the stock market goes up, the stock market goes down, but it always goes back up, and then it always goes back down, right? Housing prices go up, and then there's a housing crash, but they always go back up. And do they go back up higher than what they normally did? Yes, but they go down before they go up. You know, it's just normal. What do our moods do? Yeah, they go up, they go down. And my moods will go up again, then they'll go down. You know, it's cyclical. It's just what it is. The more knowledge we have around them, the more we can pull ourselves out of those downs really, really quickly. Okay, so learn about your personal finances, learn about money psychology. As you know, in the group, there's my favorite books that I have around money. There's Money Master the Game, 7 Steps to Financial Freedom from Tony Robbins. That's a really heavy book, but it's a really good book. There's other books on finances, The Money Mindset by T. Harv Eker. There's The Money Mindset. He has 2 books, The Money Mindset, and he has The Money Mindset in Turbulent Times. There's 2 of them. Really, really good mindset books, but there's loads and loads of other ones. There's a book called Worth It. I don't have this one on Audible. This is a book. Worth It. Your Life, Your Money, Your Terms. It's by Amanda Steinberg. It's another good one. Another one is The Fearless Money Mindset. Broke Doesn't Scare Me by Ariane Simone. There's another one here, Money, A Love Story. Untangle Your Financial Woes and Create the Life You Really Want by Kate Northrup. There's so many amazing books around money. So just go for it. There are endless seminars as well. There's endless podcasts, newsletters, blogs. You know, this topic is massive. Now that you're open to it, the topic is massive. So don't let I don't know be an excuse around money any longer. Boom, draw a line in the sand. This is it. And number 6 is spread the wealth. I love this quote. Yeah, Paul Getty, he says it perfectly. Money's like manure. You have to spread it around or it smells. And I just thought that was hilarious. You know, spreading the wealth can sometimes feel a little bit counterintuitive, especially if it's only pennies. But, you know, there were times then, especially around when I was, you know, moving countries, you know, the uncertainty around wealth, moving jobs, helping my kids, going through divorce, all those kinds of things. And do you know what? Spreading the wealth really does work a little bit of magic. You know, So yeah, don't be scared of that. So anytime you're feeling this lack around money, do you know what? Give some away. Yeah, give some away, because it just kind of clicks the brain right out of it, and it feels counterintuitive, but it's not. Just whatever you can afford. It can be 3 or 4 pence. Yeah, it can be a pound. But actually, it starts that whole cycle again. Um, and it's just really, really great. So again, it gets you out of that scarcity, and you want to snap yourself out of that. So just wallow in your own generosity, um, and be a living demonstration of this. And that's really what I try to live by, this living demonstration of being generous. I love that. And yeah, it just brings around a whole new reality, a whole new reality. Right. So now I'm going to get you to do some work. What is your money mindset? This is just real amazing, the belief matrix. So, that money mindset is, if you want to achieve financial goals, start with making peace with where you are right now. And you need to reassess that all the time. Appreciate what you have, and find small ways to be generous. Okay? Small ways to be generous. It could be with your time. It doesn't have to be money. It could be with your time, chatting with someone. So choose a more positive, abundant money mindset. And when you change your beliefs, yeah, you can change anything. We know that. Look at this. Our beliefs affect our attitudes. Our attitudes mean we take different actions, and those different actions, we get different results. That's exactly what you're doing here. So let's take a look at some actions we can take. So I have a little bit of a task for you that I want you to work on your own, okay? And the task is, what money problems are in your life that you want to solve now? Okay? I want you to write them down. They're for you to work on. And number 2 is, what negative or scarcity centered belief has stopped you from solving that problem now? That's a really big question. And it might mean going back and taking a look at, what knowledge do I need to learn for this to actually happen? Okay? And number 3 is, write down all the reasons, yeah, these beliefs are complete BS. That's bullshit, because it's true. The beliefs, the scarcity beliefs that are holding you back, are just BS. Assess that deeper, wiser part of you that knows they're absolutely BS, and make an impassioned case against each of these beliefs. Okay? And it's really, really important that you do this, because again, we flip ourselves out of that scarcity mindset into an abundance mindset. Okay, I love this photo. So, oops, a little typo there. The money mindset, it should be. Let's do a little recap. So what's the money mindset? So we know that money mindset is that scarcity versus abundance, and how we want to try to reprogram our subconscious around that. And where does that money mindset come from? Well, a lot of it comes from our past, or it comes from our certain circumstances. But what we do know around that is that it can easily be changed. And then I gave you those 6 tips around how we can replace those thoughts and actions to pull us out of scarcity into abundance. And then I think it's really important for us to do the task. And whenever you're feeling a little bit sort of in that scarcity mindset, you really want to pull yourself out of it as much as possible. Cool. So I want to thank everyone for, let's just stop the sharing there, joining me today. Thank you, everyone. This is a massive section, but it's really important. And, I really love the giving back. As you know, I get really, really quite excited about that. And in the next 2 months, I really want to have a program. I'm kind of missing the word for that. It's what's the word for it? You like, it's not a gifted program. It's like a, I don't know. What's the word? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to gift a program and we are going to really embrace these people. So I want you to think, if you know someone who really needs an opportunity, okay, really needs an opportunity, who's going to embrace the opportunity to come on board with us, who's going to fit into this community, and who's going to take it, let's find them and put them through and really nurture them in a way. So I might, put it out there. They are going to have to apply because I don't want to be giving it to someone and bringing them into our community that isn't going to take that opportunity. But actually, it'd be really good because do you know what? What they might be able to offer us in return as well could be just fantastic. So I'm gonna work on that. I want to launch that. Yeah. I want to launch that next month. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Let's do it next month. Next month. That's my goal. So that's really cool. We're gonna be working a lot more. We've got some big ambassador programs coming up. Again with webinars in the next 3 months. So it's a really good time to really speed things up, but have that money mindset going. So if I can help any other way, please let me know. Thank you so much for your time today. The recording is going to be in the program for you to re-watch again, but I want to thank you for your time and wish everyone a wonderful, abundant week filled with self-love, lots of work, lots of happiness, lots of great time with your families, and some new contracts coming in. Yeah? Sounds good. Awesome. Thanks very much, everyone. We'll see you later. Take care.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.